Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do the second episode of the Recreate Me Cat challenge. So I did the first episode back in October 2020, so I think it is about time to do the second episode. So if you don't know what the Recreate Me Cat challenge is, it's basically when you use the hashtag Recreate Me Cat under your bullet journal posts on Instagram, and then we choose 4 pictures under that hashtag to recreate on one of these videos. To enter, you just need to subscribe to my channel, to follow me on Instagram, to post your bullet journal on your account, and use the hashtag Recreate Me Cat to be selected. Today, just like the first episode, I'm going to recreate 4 bullet journal pages, and all the creators featured are going to be linked in the description down below, so make sure to support them. And if you would like to be selected for the next episode, just use the hashtag Recreate Me Cat under your post on Instagram. So with that all being said, let's recreate some bullet journal pages. The first page that I'll be recreating is the February cover page by Marty Doodles. I think it was the first time that I saw a colorful doors theme, but I really loved the idea of just taking something so easy to draw and add a fun color palette to it and create a monthly theme in your bullet journal with the designs. To draw all the doors just like Martina did on her page, I used the Notebook Therapy bullet journal stencils because I wanted to create some fun designs for the doors instead of just doing squares and triangles and circles, and these stencils really came in handy because of all the shapes that they have. I recently did a review on them, so I'm going to link it down below in case you want to check it out. And I saw here an opportunity to create something with the stencils and show you guys one of the many ways that you can use them to draw and do themes in your bullet journal. Also, when I was brainstorming what designs I was going to include on the doors because I wanted something different and interesting for the doors, I remembered that there is a movie that we all know that has a lot of door inspiration, I guess. So I searched for the Monsters Inc. doors and I decided to create Boo's door in one of them and another door inspired by Andy's wallpaper, which doesn't exist in the movie, but since these stencils have some cloud shapes, I thought it would be fun to include them on one of the doors. And this is one of the fun things that you can do when you recreate someone else's work. Instead of just straight copying what they did, you add your own twist, and this time I decided to add the Monsters Inc. doors inspiration to it, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. Then I used some pastel tumbled wheel brush pens as well as a light brown one to paint the doors, and just like Martina did on her page, I shaded the left side of the doors and the elements on them to add some dimension to them, and I think it makes all the difference. And I wanted to create some shadows on the doors, so I also added a light gray shadow to the elements on the opposite sides to make them pop a bit more. So just like I did in the first Recreate Me Cat video, I'm going to stick with the same month the original creator did the page for, just to be more cohesive with the recreation and not to change it a lot. And I did the same thing as she did for the title with the grid paper. It's a really minimal touch, but breaks the door pattern a little bit and it looks really great. And this was my recreation of Martina's February cover page. It definitely took a long time to do all the stencils and paint the doors and everything, but it was really worth it because of the shapes and the whole pattern of the doors that I ended up doing. So I'm really happy that I took her minimal page and I did something a little bit more extra for my page. Next we have a fall habit tracker by Ellie Bujo pen pal. I wanted to include a more easy, simple page to set up because these are the pages that, in my opinion, you can recreate and easily add your own twist to them and change things and add things without thinking too much about how you're going to change it. For the title, I added some orange washi tape and some pieces of book pages that I had to put behind the title. Then, since we are in spring now and not in fall, instead of using fall related pictures, I used these flower deco stickers for the decorations. I used my calendar stamps from Amazon for the mini trackers because it's just way easier than writing everything by hand and it saves you time. This page took less than 30 minutes to set up, and it's definitely a page that you can take inspiration from, change the style or the theme to make it more your style, and it doesn't take long to set up, which is great. Next, I'm recreating this beautiful minimal calendar by 𝒂𝒂𝒒𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 couple of elements on the page as decorations, and the fact that she didn't use a lot of blacks to create this layout, which is something that I use a lot, so it was definitely challenging to create something with not a lot of black lines. I did the exact same layout as she did, and I used the new Tsuki Sakura washi tapes from Notebook Therapy to spice up the page a little bit and to add the same petal elements Kaylee used on her calendar. These petals are a bit bigger than the ones that she used, but I love that each petal is different and has a slightly different shade of pink in all of them, so it's not like the same petal over and over again. I added an event section on the side and I wrote the event's title and the days of the month in black, and I used a dark pink Arteza gel pen for the lines of the calendar and the events box. Then to fill in the empty spaces, I used the other washi tapes from the Sakura collection to make the pages a bit more interesting. These washi tapes are really pretty and have a bunch of designs and shades of pink, and as usual you can use my code CATSPLENDOR for 10% off at Notebook Therapy's website. Everything is always linked in the description down below in case you want to know where I bought something, and the notebook that I'm also using in this video is also from Notebook Therapy, just in case you're wondering. And that's how my recreation of Kaylee's calendar turned out. I know that this page was super minimal and super easy to set up, but these pages, just like the aliens page that I did previously, are the best pages to recreate because you can just make your own page inspired by their page, and it's really fun to make pages like this. The last page that I'm going to recreate is this amazing weekly spread by Divisha Journals. When I saw that I was going to recreate this page, I was scared because these weekly spreads are very pretty to look at, but are so hard to do and to set up, at least for me. I always struggle to make spreads like this one, so I decided to play it safe and stick with her layout and add different elements to it and try my best to make it look as pretty as hers. So I really liked the mint green that she used on her page, so I decided to use it as well, and because the stickers that I chose to use on this page had a little bit of purple to them, I decided to create this weekly spread with the mint green color and a purple color, which is a combination that I never did before, I think, but I thought it would look really cute because of the stickers, so I decided to go for it. I also added some plant stickers to substitute the bubble teas that she used, and for the weekdays I used a lilac Crayola super tip to do them and add that purple accent to the page that I wanted. To create the same oval squares that she did for her playlists, I decided to use the stencils from Notebook Therapy again to create the oval shapes because I couldn't make them by hand and they were looking a little bit wonky, so I decided to play safe and do the oval shape in black with the stencils. I have to admit that it was really fun to create this page, but it took me a long time to set it up. Even though I had Divisha's page as a guide, it was a bit challenging to decide what thing was going to go where, but it's a layout that I have to practice more in the future, and this Recreate Me Cat challenge is a challenge after all, so I'm really happy that I gave it a try. Then I added some last minute purple stickers to the page and it was all done. I really liked how it turned out, even though it's a bit messy for my style, but I think it's just a matter of doing it more and liking how it looks, because I really like this page, but I really like how it turned out. Thank you to everyone who submitted their pages. I can't wait to do another video like this soon. Again, if you want me to recreate your pages on my channel, you just need to be subscribed, follow me on Instagram, and use the hashtag #RecreateMeCat under your post on Instagram that you would like me to recreate. Please support these amazing creators. Their Instagrams are going to be in the description, and thank you so much for watching.